All right. Welcome back, Limitless family. Hope you guys are doing well here. It is Friday, the 22nd of December. We're heading into the weekly closure already for the traditional markets. However, cryptocurrency goes on and on and on and on and on. All right, we're here to analyze the charts together to make sure that we are following up with what we done yesterday. Let's look at all the charts of yesterday as well, and hopefully we can prepare a little bit for the weekend. That's the goal, that's the idea, that's the vision we have here. Make sure that if you're watching here that you smash up that like button. Regardless, you are now watching 31 people. We have to get up that like button right away from the beginning. We need to get pushed, okay? That's what's happening with a new channel. This is the only way for us to get a little bit deeper into that little algorithm of YouTube. Okay, so let's make it happen here. Today is actually a pretty reasonable day. A lot of consolidation here. However, we're reaching a breakout. We're going to talk about that in a second here. But of course, a bunch of new wins coming along here from yesterday, from Trader Tim, from myself included this time as well here. Absolutely beautiful. Look at what we have here right here. We have Cowboy trading Woo short. Still in a short position from Woo. Indeed. That's looking very good right now. We have other setups right here as well. Cos heads off to Lorenzo, reversed from the exact point of control as he discussed last night, taking off 50%, and the rest as break even. Stop loss at break even. That's incredible, bro. Incredible. For myself, I had a nice Axie Infinity short. We talked about Axie Infinity here, okay? And I said this is personally what I want to see. This is personally what I'm looking at. This was one of my personal favorite setups that I was personally interested in, based upon you know, all these different metrics that we discussed yesterday. We're gonna go over that in a second here, but regardless, that's exactly the reason why we are doing, of course, what we're doing here. We're making sure that you are updated and you get the best setups every single day, and I do my absolute best to make sure that that actually happens here. Okay, then we have the FTM, the Phantom short. We talked about Phantom as well, indeed. Usama, Martina, nice, Maxi as well, Matic. Wow, things are looking very good, guys. If you're interested in joining our crypto VIP, you know what to do here. Click on the link in the description right now. Make sure you go into this section right here. You click on our Discord link and you follow the instructions. What you need to do is you need to sign up with an exchange, deposit $100, and then we get access to our free Signal group, as well as the setups that I'm sharing, the updates that I'm sharing from everything that we're doing also on the live streams. Very important. Okay, let's dive into the market here. Obviously, I want to see who's with us today. Once again, that would be nice here. Let's have a little sneak peek right now. Let's see what we have. Let's see. Adam, my friend, welcome back, bro. Good to see you again. CS Media says hi, Lorenzo. Abby, that's cute photo. Yeah, I love it. Thomas Wolf, the myth, is in the building. Great to see you here, my friend. Kaz is back. The crypto noob. Thoughts on gold, please. Talk about gold later. Rafael W. Yes, sir. Great to see you, man. Thank you for the support. Maria Gonzalez supporting us once again. Love it, man. Love it. Incredible. Thank you. Vicky. Absolutely. Billy Joe. Yes, sir. Okay, incredible, guys. Incredible. Great to have you guys here as always. Yeah, this is gonna blow up. This is gonna blow up. Trust me. This is just how it's gonna go. It's gonna go slow, and it's gonna get bigger and bigger because it's working, and we're proving them every single day that that things are playing out here, and that's how it should be. Okay, there we go. Let's talk about Bitcoin real quick, because obviously we have seen some decent amount of consolidation right here. To be honest, not much is happening. There are a couple of key things that are very important to mention. One is the liquidity. The second layer is the volume, okay, and the volatility, and how you can measure this, and what we actually need to do now when we're trading in a range or an area of consolidation. This is key for us to understand right now, because if Bitcoin is going up, it's easy to look for large setups in the market. If Bitcoin is coming down, it's easy to look for sells also in the market, okay? But in this case, when Bitcoin is in a clear area of consolidation, we have to find a little bit of a different approach here. But we're going to talk about this here. It's going to be all explained in a second here. The Tether dominance still was coming down a little bit more. So even though, and that's interesting to mention here, even though the Tether dominance was coming down, which is usually proving that the market is actually pushing up, right? We saw the Bitcoin dominance also coming down significantly. So we saw the Bitcoin dominance coming down, we saw the Tether dominance coming down. That can only mean one thing, and that is that altcoins are actually, favored here. So there were a couple of altcoins here that were coming up quite heavily, okay? Not every single one of them, obviously, because we had some nice short trades as well, which we're going to talk about in a second here. We have our full list ready. Axie, Infinity, Near, Phantom, Cas, Woo, you name it. We're going to talk about all of them here. But the Bitcoin dominance, man, wow. Okay, I expected the Bitcoin dominance to come down, a little bit less aggressive here. But hey, I'm not a magician either. We just play what we see, okay? And in this case, we came down extremely, extremely aggressive. Now, what's important to mention here is that, now we're finally, and this took a while, but we have now manipulated the lows, okay? And we're finally now back at these lows right here. And these lows have to provide us with some crucial support. Have to, okay? We have created this significant higher high. It's the first time that we actually came down towards these lows here. This never tapped in towards this particular range. So this is the first true test of these lows right there for the Bitcoin dominance right here. So it's an extremely important moment for the Bitcoin dominance here, okay? So imagine us coming down and breaking this level, this particular zone between the 53% and the 52.3%. Yeah, then we might be coming down more aggressively further back to the 51%. And if that's the case here, and then we have to be cautious here, because even if Bitcoin comes down, if the Bitcoin dominance is dropping significantly, then it might be not, the altcoins that are coming down with Bitcoin. Then it means that could particularly Ethereum, could be taking over Bitcoin a little bit here in that sense here. Because if the Bitcoin dominance is coming down, that's one layer. But if the Ethereum dominance, like we see right here on the daily time frame here, is shooting up, that is telling me, or is telling us right now in this manner, that altcoins are preparing particularly for a nice little run here. Okay, that is the reality here. But in order for altcoins to truly, skyrocket here, Bitcoin need to do the following. Bitcoin need to do either consolidate for a very long period of time and just stay around that 40K, 44K region, or Bitcoin needs to come down, or come up, sorry, come up. Okay, not come down, come up. That's important to mention, okay? At this particular moment though, we have some particular momentum here. So we have the Tether dominance now holding above this particular zone. This is going to be key, okay? So if we're looking at trade setups today, the Tether dominance is going to be the most important chart, because as of now, we should accept, or we should particularly understand that the Bitcoin dominance potentially right now is holding support, okay? That's kind of the mindset that we have here right now. We are at strong daily range. So we have this particular range right here. We expanded out of that range. We started to consolidate once again. And we saw a major expansion to the upside here, okay? So from there, I would say that this is a significant level to look at and take consideration. So the Tether dominance is right now the most important chart. And you guys know it. If the Tether dominance is shooting up, this is usually not good for altcoins, especially not when the Bitcoin dominance is at support, okay? If the Bitcoin dominance is coming down, it doesn't have to be that effective. But if the Bitcoin dominance is at support, okay, and the Tether dominance is coming up, then there is a significant particular risk for altcoins in that manner. And that could be happening through the weekend, whatever the case may be here, as long as we stay above this level here, which is going to be the 5.61%, okay? So with that information, we're also going to look at the next data, okay? And that is this particular chart right here. Let's do that very quick. Let me put on some nice music for you guys. Give me one moment here. Let's see what we have. Nice. Okay. The Bitcoin USD longs. Okay, what does it mean? Well, in this case, you can see clearly that this shows you the amount of longs in the market right here. Okay, and if the amount of longs increasing, then the open interest for longs increase in the market. Okay. You also have the Bitcoin USD shorts. All right. Bitcoin USD shorts are also coming up here. So let's go to the 1 hour chart. Let's see what we have done over this particular week so far. We have stayed quite consistent. So it's not that the amount of shorters right now at this particular moment are increasing. Okay. The thing is though, that the amount of people that are long are increasing. Okay. So more and more people that are long are increasing right now. Okay. While Bitcoin is still consolidating. So there are more people entering long right now. The price of Bitcoin is still consolidating. All right. The shorters are still the same, so they're not increasing. What does it mean? That does mean that there are more and more liquidity right now is getting built up above the key level of 44.7K. So you can see that's already right here. We have roughly around $200 million in liquidation sitting there at 44.6, okay? 44.7, another 100 million, okay? 44.75, another 100 million. Like it's a couple $100 million of liquidation built up above that range right now. Okay, so in my opinion, usually what tends to happen based upon how Bitcoin moves is the following. Okay, if our goal is or our intention is to come down eventually a little bit to retest, let's say the 40K, okay, which a lot of people are talking about. We still have that CME gap below that particular range as well here. So could be a realistic target for Bitcoin. Now, what tends to happen, and I want to hear this in the chat here, before we come down. All right. Let me see if we can get some active guys here in the chat today. It will be highly appreciated. Let's see what we have. Billy Joe, man, what's happening, brother? Good to see you too. G. Senior says, can I check Bitcoin? Yes. Let's see if somebody knows you. All right. What tends to happen with Bitcoin? Let's say we come down. What tends to happen before? It's very simple, guys. Very simple. Let's see. Cosmo says grab liquidity. Yes, sir. Okay. Amazing. That's it. Liquidity early shortage right here, okay? So what tends to happen is that we liquidate the early shortage right here. However, like we said before, the USD longs are getting built up. Where are these stop losses getting built? Okay? These stop losses are all getting built up below, spread amongst a lot of different levels all the way down towards the 42K. We have a significant amount of liquidity below, but also still a significant amount of liquidity built above here. Okay? So where the short liquidity gets taken out, if our goal or intent is to come down here, trust me, we will most likely shoot up first, manipulate the top to then reverse to the downside and start manipulating the lows here. Okay? That could be something we do have to take into consideration. So the conclusion for now is that I do not expect today to see a breakout. Okay? I just don't see it happening. And the reason why also is because of the following chart. Okay? We're going to put all these different charts in play here. This is called the Bitcoin Volatility Index. Okay, we are looking weaker. Okay, we start to manipulate right now towards the downside right here. This shows you the volatility of the market. Every single time when you shoot up aggressively and you break internal structures, usually that occurs a Bitcoin move here. Just to give you an example, we have this move here right here at the 10th of December. So Sunday, the 10th of December. Right here, okay? Let's go to the 1 hour chart. Let's go to Sunday. Let's go to the 10th of December. Whatever. Where is it? Let's see. Sunday, the 10th of December. There we go. This was the Sunday at the 10th of December right here, okay? Look at how we came down super aggressively. This was a massive expansion, a massive sell-off of around 8%, okay? In an hour or two. So this is a candle, 8% dump right here. And what happened? the Bitcoin volatility index shoot up super aggressively, okay? So what happened? Look at this chart right here, and look what we can find here. We tapped, first of all, if you look here, and this might be a little bit crazy, but it's super effective. We tapped into this low, and the moment we bounced from that low, okay, and the Bitcoin volatility was at its lowest point of that range, and we expanded to the upside there, we started to break up. That was the moment when we came down here. So the moment we were there, you could see that that could be the moment for a breakout. So the lower we are with the Bitcoin volatility index, the bigger the chance is that we could shoot up and could expect a bigger move happening here. So I think for the next day or two, we might be coming down and we might not be that aggressive for Bitcoin. Okay, I think we need to come down first to see how we're going to react here. And if we're here, maybe just on a Saturday, Sunday, or a Monday, then we could start thinking about creating a push to the upside. And that could then heavily affect the Bitcoin price right here, okay? So I think there is more consolidation than actually an expansion. If we do see an expansion, of course, take or pay very close attention to the manipulation. Therefore, it's important to understand who is doing what. Okay, are more longs coming into the market or are more shorts entering the market? You have these two charts to figure that out, okay? That's for now. The most important chart, like we said, is the Tether dominance. So if the Tether dominance is coming up right now and the Bitcoin dominance is at support, it's very simple. We're going to look at shorting altcoins in the very short term. That's our goal, okay? So now our bias is cleared. Let's dive in to the, charts and setups that we were looking at yesterday. And please, guys, if you can help us here, it would be highly appreciated. Prepare your charts, your setups. You don't have to share them with me, but just tell them which charts you want me to evaluate, analyze, you name it. We're in it together, okay? We're doing it together. Our goal is to make money together. My mission and the way I can provide value to you is by helping you with your charts, your requests. And if I see some really nice setups that I like, I'll add them to the list. And then based upon our Discord, we can evaluate and we can talk about every single setup that was mentioned and put in that list, okay? That's our goal, and that's the way we can work for the next couple of weeks. It's the best way to learn, and that's the best way to make money together, okay? I've shared all the outcomes of yesterday, also here in the Crypto VIP mentor charts, so you can find out exactly what we did, which one I entered, which one I didn't enter, and all these updates as well in regards to that, all right? So, regardless, let's go over it right now. And let's start with NEAR, okay? So NEAR came up a little bit higher than I initially intended here. So we were roughly around this low. And what we were waiting for with NEAR was the following. Remember, we were waiting for NEAR to come down and break that particular low, right? And close below it. And if that's the case, we could wait for that continuation down. That was the initial intent for NEAR. Now, what happened after that? We came up super aggressively, okay? So now we are back at a new zone, all right? So in this case right here, because we didn't get that confirmation, we were looking at the 30-minute chart. And what we're currently seeing is, besides the fact that, once again, guys, this is important to mention, we are in a very strong daily area of supply here. If you go to the 30-minute, then this is the setup that I'm looking for, okay? Right here, I marked it out already. What did I say about it in the chart here? NEAR? Yeah. Came up higher than expected. So in this case right here, we see NEAR topping out here in the high. We now break structure to the downside low, okay? At the same time, what we're doing right now is we're building that liquidity to the upside. So that's right here, okay? We're starting to build more and more liquidity. What I think we can do is that we can take this out, shoot up to the 3.6515. And then look for further continuation back towards the downside to fill up that gap here. That's what I want to see. That's the only entry I'm personally interested in for NEAR. And that is because you then manipulate the highs and early shorters. You then fill up all the gaps and you tap into the highs right here, which is also a daily area of resistance. So this is in essence your 30-minute confirmation. Okay? That was NEAR. Now, Axie Infinity. All right. This is a trade that I took myself. We talked about Axie Infinity yesterday. I said this is an A+ setup, okay? This is where you see that consolidation here. And I say this over and over again, but it's the favorite way of trading. It's super effective. It's that consolidation of a swing high point in this case, an expansion, liquidity building, okay? At some point you start taking out that liquidity right here. You start building it out. You have a breakout moment for Axie Infinity. You start coming up to the initial impulse that caused a breakout of that compression. You start coming back towards the highs, and there are key levels in that range that are mentioned here. So we have then a tool, right? We call this the fixed range warrant profile. We draw it on this tool right here. Everyone have that tool. You can use it as well. You draw it from the left to the right of that range, and then it gives you 2 levels or 3 levels, okay? The value area low, all right? If you look on the 30-minute, the value area low right here, the value area high, and the point of control, okay? The point of control is at 7.7607. The value area low was at 7.6433, right? And look at what happened. We tapped beautifully into the value area low, and we immediately got rejected, okay? So there are 2 things you could do here. You could have entered like me right away on that particular trade setup. So you entered roughly at that particular entry. Did my entry was there? It should be. Let me see real quick. No. Okay, I don't know why. Okay. Axie Infinity. So yes, you could have entered right away at the value area low. Okay, the goal is then to put your stop loss above the point of control. So slightly above the point of control. You still get like a really nice and decent risk to reward on your money here. Okay, that's the idea. That's what we're looking for. Now, when coming back, we immediately reacted negatively right here. So number 1, there is an aggressive entry that you could take like I did. But the other thing you could do is the following. You could also wait for this candle to close below, okay, to break internal structure. And for the next candle, to tap into that candle, to then wait for a rejection, okay? So that means that you could go a little bit for more of a confirmation trade with a higher risk to reward as well, and then go for that particular move. You will mean that you have this candle right here, you enter right on that candle, and then you put your stop loss right above here, and you target the lows, okay? Could result into a nice 3-to-1 on your money. What I did, I just entered aggressively, and the moment it broke structure, you just go for TP1, okay? So you came down, you go for TP1, you take out 50%, and you leave the rest running. That's what I currently did. So yeah, that's still a move here of roughly, I think from the top to the bottom here, a roughly 4.4% move. So that was a great trade here. I still want to see it coming down, obviously. But yeah, let's see. Stop loss and break even right now. If you can hit on break even, we just play it different. We wait for structure to be broken. If you still come down and we take a further trade to the downside, hopefully we turn around here and we start just selling off. That would be absolutely incredible. We have still built a significant amount of liquidity below. So that would be absolutely amazing. Let's see if we can actually get this sorted. Now that was Axie Infinity. Congratulations if you took this trade. I was like, this is the best setup of the chart from yesterday. So that was definitely the case. Okay, next up is Phantom. And we talked about Phantom. Okay, who remembers Phantom? If you remember Phantom from yesterday, press a 1 in the chat. Okay, let me see if you guys were still paying attention here. So Phantom came into the daily high. Okay, we talked about this daily high right here. Fantastic. This is what we were waiting for. That daily high. Now we tapped into this particular high again. So we came back to the daily high. We immediately saw a rejection from Phantom right here. This is absolutely a key top because this was the last high before we saw a massive sell-off all the way back to the downside here. So the fact that we're back at that high that created that sell-off, the catalyst of that sell-off, you could better say, is huge, is big. And it's going to face automatically a lot of resistance here. So that's the daily chart. Now let's go to the 1 hour. Okay, but because obviously, like we said, once it goes, okay? It tapped into the point of control of that range. And it came down, okay? What it did was the following. It created a lower low. So now we have a lower low. Created right here, okay? Now we need to start going to the lower time frame. And now it's time to look for, is the structure nice and clear enough for us to look for a particular trade setup to the downside here? And if so, where can we take a trade from? Well, let's look at this one, number one. Okay, let's clean it up because this is now all under control here. We know exactly what's popping. So let's draw the whole range. This is the high. Point of control is an interesting point. It's between the 50 and 618. And it aligns with this high. And we saw rejection beforehand. This high is also rejection. So this is where you can put your stop loss above. And the daily obviously is a strong rejection point. Let's highlight this once again. So that was this candle right here. Beautiful. Yeah, this is on the 5 minutes. So I'm on the 5 minute. I just draw the fixtures from this whole range. The most volume of this range was traded in this area, as you can see. A phantom right here. So yeah, the Fibonacci combined with the volume profile with a rejection. This was the start of that sell-off. So that came also from this range where we dropped and broke structure right here. We wanted to break these lows. So anything around here would be nice in the very, very short term here. That will be perfect here. Okay. Bitcoin is not really moving anymore. The Bitcoin dominance is at support. Tether dominance is at support. So let's keep a close eye on the Tether dominance. Make sure that we are holding a buffer because it is very sensitive. You want to make sure that it holds at least above this particular zone on the lower time frame. And we're gonna come back to Phantom in a second here. I'm gonna keep it on the list, but we're gonna come back to it in a second. I think that you know what? Let's put an alert here just to be sure. This might be a live trade. It would be nice. Okay. That was Phantom. The next one. All right. Crazy stuff. Kaspa. Okay. Yeah, we talked about Kaspa yesterday. All right. We said that it comes up. We want to see it coming up. We want to see it rejecting, breaking structure. That's the most important chart here. So breaking structure. So it taps, it breaks the low, then the lower high. And that was like the final confirmation on the trade right here. That was the setup. Boom, to the downside. And obviously we had a bunch of sell-side liquidity built up below here. Right below these levels right there. And we're now heading towards the downside here. So this is already looking really good here for Kaspa. This could turn into like a 4-to-1 already. And we're targeting obviously the lows right here. But this could be a big one, okay? I know people in our community took this trade here. So that's absolutely incredible to see. Let's see who took this one. Let's see if that's actually visible right here. Who took this beautiful Kaspa trade here? I can't see your name right now. Entry at 11.5. Okay, 11.5. There we go. 11.5. Beautiful. That's right there, bro. Congratulations. Perfect entry. Proud of you if you're watching right now. If you're watching, W. Man, beautiful. Stop loss and break even. You should be good. You should be in a really, really nice trade right now. Okay. So again, what happened was very simple. We had a bigger range, a bigger expansion. We had a pullback. Then we started to range internally. Okay. Internal expansion and pullback. Double formation, sell off, targeting the liquidity was built up below. Okay. So fantastic. Cash, amazing. I didn't take this trade personally. I was sleeping, unfortunately. And I wanted to wait for that confirmation. So yeah, I missed out on this trade myself. I live in Indonesia. I live in Bali. So for me, sometimes with timing and volume and the volatility is a little bit off. However, congratulations if you took this one. That was Kaspa. Beautiful. Now, Woo. Woo. We talked about Woo. It's still a trade from 2 days ago. Yeah, running nicely, okay? Running smoothly. This one requires a lot of patience, but there is no need to close your position, okay? Just to take some profits is never wrong, all right? This might be the moment to take some profits here. You should be at least in a 2-to-1 right now. A slow one, but I'm targeting, like I said before, I'm targeting the lows and the gaps below here for Woo. I think we could make a bigger move to the downside. I think it's definitely possible. I think you should take some profits right here, and I think it should be good from there. So consolidation, expansion, retracement, point profile, the magic touch, sell off. Okay, one more confirmation. Okay, so even if you missed it, you could see that many times before they will come back one more time to enter another position here. You see it again. This one tapped into the high right here. Okay, it creates the supply, so it creates the push to the downside. Then what happens is it breaks structure, okay? And then apparently, and I've seen it so many times, I see it coming back, okay? Back down towards the upside right here, and then sell off right there, okay? Creating a lower low once again. So you always have multiple trading opportunities when looking at the market right here, okay? Overall, congratulations, still looking very, very good. So we have Axie Infinity is good. Kaspa was good. Woo is good. Near was not good because we never broke structure, but we didn't take that trade here. Then there is Pepe, okay? Pepe, if you enter Pepe, you would have been stopped out right away. All right? So Pepe immediately came up here. So what happened was yesterday we were in that area of consolidation, that range, and we highlighted this range right here, okay? And rather than pushing up and rejecting from it and pushing further down, we actually broke above it, okay? And we tested it as support, and we literally shoot up from there, okay? So at this particular moment, you can see that Pepe came up here. So again, I didn't take this trade either, but if people took this trade, they would have been stopped out on this particular trade right here. If you would have risked 1%, you would have, you would have been stopped out on this one. For now, I think that, we have been expanding significantly right here. We are coming back towards a new range right now, and this is key, okay? Look at where we are right now. It's actually quite crazy if you look at it. And let's use this particular range, that head and shoulders. Yeah, let's do that, okay? Head and shoulders pattern right here. Okay, the point of control is right at 1534. And that's where we are right now, okay? That's where we are right now. We got rejected from this high as well. So yes, we are facing some resistance right now. This expansion might be resulting in a pullback, okay? Might be resulting in a pullback, by the way. Pepe short. I want to see higher high for the tether dominance. Okay, Pepe could be coming down right now. All right, but that's for now. We'll look back at it in a second here. Okay, we're almost done. Pepe, Phantom. We will get back here. Then we have NTRN. We talked about NTRN long. Well, it's right now at our point of interest. But obviously right now we have to look at, is it ready for a particular leg up right now? Is the market ready for a leg up right now? And I'm not really that confident that that's going to happen right now. So even though we're at a point of interest right here, just now, I do not think that this is the right moment to look for longs for now at this particular moment here. Okay, Litecoin also went up, also came back towards that bigger range right now. This is where we currently are at. Like we said, was not our favorite setup, but still we wanted to highlight it to see how it goes. Now it's at the value area low, okay? So now we have this consolidation, that expansion, creating a high, but this is the high now that taps into the point of control, into the value area low, okay? So now it's interesting. Now it's interesting. Now you see that we're already facing the resistance here. This was the last area of support. If you start breaking below, you might be pushing down further, okay? So again, a lot of shorter, lower time frame setups right now that could be interesting in the very short term. Is it coincidence? I'm not sure. But, you know, they're all looking like they're at like key levels right now. So it's going to be interesting. Okay. Phantom. What happened? Yeah. That's what we call the point of control. The point of control is a sick indicator. All right. Trust me. It is really, yeah, no, it's just scary sometimes. Okay. If you know how to use it. We'll look at it in a second here. Let's look at Gala. Gala started ranging. We waited for that confirmation. Never came. Never broke structure to the downside eventually, unfortunately. Okay, so we had to break the structure to the downside. Never broke down. Okay, so that's invalidated for now. Fake also never came to our initial entry right here. It shoot up right away. We wanted to see it coming back to see if there's potential. Weekly resistance, turning that into support. No confirmation yet here. So overall, a couple of really good trades. Axie Infinity, Woo, Kaspa, all looking really solid here. So the win rate should be on point. Okay, and especially in combination with the risk to reward here. Absolutely fantastic. Now, let's see how Phantom develops here, because it is interesting. Okay, and yeah, the Bitcoin dominance is at support, so that's super important for us to understand here. Okay. That was it for today. Now let's make sure we build a new list. I think Bake we can remove, Gala we can remove, NTRM we can remove, and Near we can still hold. Okay, and this is a trade. Okay, let's go, guys. Throw me some charts, you guys. That's the goal here, to build up a new list for tomorrow. You know, tomorrow we could be coming live here. The 23rd, we might be doing a live stream. Let's see how it goes. Not 100% sure in regards to Christmas and everything that comes into play right here. But anyways, regardless, let's do it. Show me some setups right now. Let's go over it, and let's make sure that we are fully up to date here. Okay, the boy says ENJ. Injective, okay. Let's look at the injective. Let's see what's going on right now. Beautiful. All right. Ooh. Haha. Yeah. You guys know it. Okay. You guys know it. The point of control has been a rejection point. After the stream, we came to the point of control and we sold off. I didn't even put this one in the watch list, by the way. That's interesting, okay? We definitely highlighted the point of control here. But we did not put it in the watch list for some reason. This one also played out. Very interesting. Okay. Yeah, okay, let's remove the drawings right here. Let's start from scratch. I like to do it a lot here, to just keep doing it over and over again. And let's see where we're currently at. Okay, so this is a very strong low. We might be holding a significant support here. I think that's important to mention. So let's go take this to the higher time frame. We have to highlight this zone here. We cannot neglect that zone. On the lower time frame though, we had, of course, this reaction. And we had this beautiful sell-off. It aligned perfectly with, of course, the point of control. We talked about it just now. Point of control was right here. Perfection, if you ask me. Absolute perfection. Right now, you need to come either, bro, towards the lows. Very simple. Or you need to come back towards the top range internally. Okay? Which is going to be around this particular range right here. Which will bring you back towards the 41 130. And the reason why is because it's probably 70.5, 79%. Okay, so that's the combination. And I think you're going to find some serious resistance happening in that particular range, creating an overall bigger range. But once again, we're going to hold your strong support as well in the smaller range. Okay, so based upon the Bitcoin dominance, the Tether dominance, we also have a zone right below here. So what I think is important here is to start trading within that range and just start to see if you can find setups of, between the 37 and the 42 until you have like that breakout that we're looking for. Okay, so for now, point of interest would either be low, breakout, confirmation high, or at least towards the 41.5. Okay, and then a confirmation down. So now we're in like no man's land. Now we have to be careful because we're waiting for at least the lows to be taken out or to come up further. Let's let's look at this. Let's highlight it to the sheet here. But nothing particularly for now. And let's just look at Solana. By the way, I have to get a track records involved here. I need to build a spreadsheet. At the same time, I'm doing a $1,000 to $10,000 challenge. So if I can do it, then you can definitely do it. Okay, that's the goal. And let's see how it goes here. Okay, we have this low or this high. We have created a lower low. That's interesting. That's interesting. Okay, where are we on the higher time frame? We are at a 3-daily area of supply. Yes. Some of them are in this range. I think it's more about this zone, this base. Yeah, that's good. Okay, 15-minute consolidation, but I do not want to use this consolidation range. And can somebody explain me why? That would be nice. Why are we not looking to dwell the fixtures for profile here? Okay, normally I'm doing it, but I would suggest to wait patiently because of the fact that we have some serious liquidity built up below. I don't like it. I think that there are too many stop losses built up above the way the structure is built. So you want to see this getting taken out first. Then you have to create a new lower low and a lower high. Okay. Otherwise, there is no interesting setup here for further continuation. So this might take some time. This might result into a bigger area of consolidation right now. And this could just lead into a manipulation of the highs, taking out the stop losses that are built up above the 99.36. So once again, I think we have to wait for it to come down, to come up, and then tomorrow, I think you could see, this playing out here, potentially to the downside if the Tether dominance is holding. Okay, these are the metrics we need to look at. So that's Solana for now. There is an interesting zone here to look at, right? You would say this 15-minute zone is nice. It could hold there, who knows? But it's not worth the risk for me when I see highs like that. All right, so Cosmo says, what about sand? Let's have a look at sand. Sand. Okay, rejection right here. We knew this. Couldn't be better. Easy money. High to low. 70.5, 79%. Rejection. Confirmation. Okay. Boom. Confirmation. Lower time frame. That's nice. Liquidity building. That's nice. That's nice. That's very nice. So you have this range. It aligns again with an area of supply here on the lower time frame as well. So I think that this could be something interesting to look at. 54.91 for cent right here. Okay. You have all kinds of confirmations that the higher time frame was a rejection point. That's number one. And on the 1 hour, you saw that same rejection point creating a lower low right here. Okay. And selling off aggressively. You had that liquidity building right here. And now we're breaking up. It's very similar to Axie Infinity. Of course, it's in the same niche, right? So the same narrative. So, you know, what you want to see is you want to take out the highs, tap into this range, and sell off from there. This could be a nice trade. This could be a nice trade to look at. I'm definitely going to add this one. Thank you, man. Thank you, bro. That's a good one. Really clean. Sand. Kevin says Pepe. Pepe is coming down right now. No. Yeah, we already looked at Pepe. Thomas says AXS got hurt badly with hack last year. Yeah, AXS got absolutely destroyed. You know, significantly. No, absolutely the case. We're talking about a I don't know what the dump is here. Man, is this the 98% dump? Is that literally what I did? A 98% dump? Yeah. Wow. That's the power of yeah, no, that's the power of marketing. That's the power of hype. Absolutely incredible. Okay, but we're looking strong on the weekly. Okay, we cannot deny this here. So even though we look at a short-term trade, this is looking strong. So yeah, let's see how we evaluate right here. Okay, made a little trade right there. Okay, Kevin says Arbitrum. This is a nice high to look at. So I'm just drawing the highs on the higher time frame. I want to see the reaction. If the reaction is good, fantastic. We might have something here. This smells like we're going to come down. This smells like we are overbought. This smells like we are not looking at strong anymore. This smells like a strong bearish divergence. Absolutely the case here. Let's see what we can do here. This is definitely something. We're definitely onto something. Okay. We are definitely onto something here. Make sure that this is there. Yeah. Arbitrum could be pushing down here. We are in strong daily resistance, creating a strong bearish divergence on the RSI. Okay. We are seeing that on the 5-minute as well. We are building that liquidity to the downside. We are creating some sort of channel, but again, this is usually is not really a good sign. So what do we need to see? We need to break the lows. 132.89. Okay, 132.89. If you break this low here, we will keep a close eye on it because we need to see a lower low followed by a lower high. Look for entries right here. This could mean you know, a massive aggressive move to the downside for Arbitrum. This is a big one. Cosmo says, Algo is stepping into that OB that made a low. Okay, we're checking it in a second here. Billy Joe says FTX and OP. FTX. Yeah, breakout, reclaim. Yeah, what can I say? Weekly retest. Yeah, not too strong, not too weak. It's like in the middle. Somewhat in the middle. You're building, yeah. You're building something here. All right. Yeah, it could be something at 3.4. 3.4 is interesting. Why? Because this was the start of that catalyst, and we have that liquidity built up above here. And you already tapped into that weekly resistance, turning it into support. But this might be a level where you're gonna, you know, come down to maybe break up here. But yeah, we have to find out. Okay. OP. Let's check OP. Okay, nothing more than just weekly resistance, okay? Weekly resistance, body, body, body. Triple body. Weekly resistance right here on the weekly. Tapping into the zone right now. Yeah, still looking strong. This is the low to look at. This is where you set your alerts. If you are strong weekly resistance, you wait for the lows to be broken. And then you wait for the market to be with you. And then you look for entries again at the weekly resistance once it has broken the lows. That's what we're looking for. Okay. Sean says total 3. Crypto Momo says good morning. Check out Rose. What's happening, my man? Crypto Momo, good to see you, brother. Rose, yes, sir. Check out Rose. Maybe we had noted here for Rose. Okay, we had the zone. Yeah, we highlighted this already. So this was earlier. We breakout continuation. Okay, yeah, it did indeed continue, and it broke up indeed. And it pumped around 40%. Okay. 40% to the upside. We are now above new weekly resistance series. So this is, you know, this is massive for Rose. This could lead into another, whatever, at least 25% to 50% pump to the upside here. This is a serious move for Rose. Okay. So yeah, one more time. This was a previous high, important, broken. Okay. And on the daily, we've seen that last breakout doing the same thing right here. So now this is looking really strong. Any entries? Yeah, a retest of that weekly resistance, the 10.705. And then look for confirmation once again. That's the only way. Why? Because this is the high that created the low on the weekly. The first time you break out of it. So you want to have a weekly closure above and a pullback for it to push further up. If you missed the boat, then this is the perfect moment to add on to your position. The moment you close a weekly candle above the 10.705 in 2 days and 8 hours, we will see the closure. And then the next candle should come down, and that's your entry. Picks up your order and hopefully then turns it into support and continue to the upside here, filling up that gap, leading it towards potentially, you know, a nice 50% move right here. Okay. Very bullish for Rhodes. Very bullish. So looking very good right now. I would stay out of it until that confirmation. Chances check out total 3. Okay. Total 3. Total market cap excluding Bitcoin and Ethereum. Yeah, so we have seen a breakout. Okay. Sean, amazing to see that. Finally, this is a great sign, by the way. A beautiful break out of this high. Absolutely incredible. The reason why we said before, the Bitcoin dominance absolutely tanked, okay? So what happened was, the Tether dominance was coming down. So it didn't went into Tether. Bitcoin was selling off, and money was spread amongst a bunch of altcoins right here, okay? So that happened to be altcoins excluding Ethereum. And therefore, total 3 was going up right now. It's currently sitting at $488 billion. If we see a weekly closure above here, we have officially broken a major key level for total 3, which could result into theory bull run potential here. Okay, another chart I'm going to show you right now is the following chart. This is going to blow your mind. Okay, which is total 3 against total 1. Okay, so that's practically showing you how total 3 is performing strictly against Bitcoin. Now in this case right here, we have been breaking out of this weekly trend as well. So that's really good. We have been breaking out of this weekly trend. This is fantastic. We tapped into this low, right? That created our high. We created that, you know, these lows. We broke and then compressed out of the lows right here. But now we're looking at a trend break. And if we break out of this previous high that created this low as well on this chart, I think then we're in for a serious rally for altcoins right here. So this is a really good sign. We're almost there. And we're getting closer and closer towards that confirmation that altcoins are, you know, breaking out, that it's altcoin season in some way or another, if it's not already. Okay? So thank you for sharing, my man. Let's do a couple more charts here. Okay, I'm very curious to see how we can fit it up. That will be nice. Phantom rejection right here. It might be coming down soon. Okay, this is a very good sign so far. We talked about it just a second ago. Pepe selling off already. Could be interesting. Could be interesting. Okay, look at Pepe. Pepe could be in for a surprise. Also very soon here. The tether dominance is the tether dominance has to come up though. Okay, the question is the tether dominance holding and giving us that confirmation? Not really at the moment. Okay, Bitcoin is trying to hold. That's also good. If the Bitcoin dominance comes up, also an opportunity. Okay, the tether dominance can you know, consolidate nice and chill, but then the Bitcoin dominance has to push back up for us to look at short setups as well. In regards to the market here. Okay, let me know if there are any other charts right here. Would be nice. Let me know in the chat. What else do we have here? Let me see. I want to look at what AVAX is doing. AVAX right here. Let's see what AVAX is doing right now. AVAX was yeah, there we go. I saw it. AVAX is coming down heavily. Okay, what happened here? What happened at AVAX here? The hourly strong rejection. Okay. This is usually where you find the best opportunities. If you see a sell-off this aggressive, okay. This was a roughly 8% move for AVAX in a last. You know, this was roughly in the last day. Okay, an 8% dump for AVAX right here. So what tends to happen is that you know, people are hopping and hopping and hopping. They might be pushing it into Solana or whatever, but AVAX in this case, big opportunity when we're back at the highs here. Massive opportunity. Okay, so that could be good to look at right here. Wait for AVAX to push us down, push us further up. See how we can continue down here. Maybe this weekend, maybe on a Monday, that would be nice. But again, let's highlight this zone, because I think the opportunities truly are limitless once you come back toward this high. We might be creating one big M formation, taking us again further towards the downside. Okay, look at everything that we have been building up here. Okay, look at this overall trend right here. You could say that this is a parallel channel that we're currently in for Avalanche as well. You know, you could say something in that manner. But yeah, once again, you know, if we break down, we will break down aggressively. And it's better to enter before than to enter at a break. Okay, that's my suggestion. And the best way to do that is by understanding market structure. And by understanding market structure, you will now see that this could lead into a pullback, followed by a very nice and clean sell-off for AVAX here. So, you know, keep a very close eye on AVAX. This could be a major trade once you come back up again, because it's a very clean and clear high that created a massive expansion that took out also multiple lows at the same time. Crypto Moses, look at what happens at Bank at 2 a.m. UTC every day. Bank, what happened with Bank? Bank is listed on Binance, correct? So sell off right away. We talked about the moment you get listed on Binance, it's bye-bye. It's game over for a meme coin. That happened to Shiba. It happened to Dogecoin. It happened to Pepe. The market does not, repeat itself always, but it definitely rhymes here. That's just a fact. A major trend. What happened at 2 a.m. every day? Let's see what happens. Uh, 2 a.m. Aha, okay. So you're telling me that every single time at 2 a.m. we're pivoting. Is that it? It seems to be. It definitely seems to be. Okay. So 2 a.m. we came down, we came up. 2 a.m. we came up, we built the liquidity, we shoot up. 2 a.m. We dumped down, taking out the lows. 2 a.m. dump down, take out the lows. 2 a.m. build up liquidity, took out the highs. 2 a.m. reversed. Yeah, take out the lows, and then 2 a.m. could be holding up and pushing up. Is that what you're saying? Okay. Very interesting. Very interesting. So Bank, yeah. This was 2 a.m. correct? Yeah, this was 2 a.m. So are you telling me that we're gonna manipulate the lows right now? All that liquidity built up below. We are at a strong daily trend though. Do take that in consideration. But again, 50-minute. Yeah, this could be the confirmation then. If you break the high, you're gonna go up towards this range. That's a 5% move. If you break this low, you can look for further continuation to the downside. Thank you for sharing, man, Momo. Sharp. Thomas says Algorand. Let's see. Okay. So, weekly resistance. So number one, weekly resistance. Okay, low, weekly resistance. What I'm always looking at is, okay, what are the previous highs? What are the body closures of the previous highs? And how do we react right here? This was the high that created a massive sell-off. So this is a strong area of resistance, okay? Clear, weekly. Now we came up, we shoot up aggressively. Now we're already below it. That's usually not a good sign. So 5-minute. 30-minute is indeed holding on. Okay, we're trying to hold on towards this particular range, this break structure. I would say that the 5-minute. Strong weekly resistance is right there. And it could just continue down. But yeah, it could continue down. But the ideal case would be if you would come up towards the value area low of this range and then get rejected to the downside. Then create like that formation. So that would be nicer, obviously. This low is holding me back from taking shorts. No, I think I want to see this move. Definitely want to see this move. Okay, I want to see a move up. That's the only way I would trade Algorand. A move up to sell off from there. The value high looks perfect. Okay, we have so many companies coming together. We have the 618, the value area low. We have this beautiful area of supply here. We have then also filled up a strong gap as well here. Many companies will come together right at that zone. And also the good part is about risk management. You also have potential of a very easy stop loss. Okay, right above the zone here, targeting the lows. Now that's the one we're looking at. Okay, let's see. Yeah, I'm gonna add this one to list. This one we shoot up aggressively, but with Bitcoin being in that resistance right now, Bitcoin dominance at support, I'm actually leaning more towards the downside for now, in the short term at least. And again, the Christmas time is coming as well. We might be experiencing a little bit slightly, like we talked about before, less volume for a couple of days, which is going to be completely normal. And I think that's just also, you know, something we have to accept for a while. So for traders and scalpers, it's perfect. But who knows? Maybe we might see an experience in a Santa Claus rally. Who knows? We're going to see that tomorrow. Let's see which one are looking bullish though. There were a couple that were looking good. We can find it in a second here. So Cosmo says 1. And make sure that if you're new and just start tuning in right now, okay, that you just smash up that like button here. Would highly appreciate it. You really help the channel grow. We're just starting out a new channel. We have already a bigger community in our Discord, and we have been working already in this industry for a while. But our crypto channel is brand new. If you want to support us, you can hit that like button. That's the way to grow it. So press the like, and you know, that would be highly appreciated. Thank you. Let's go to 1. There is nothing more, there is nothing better than looking at 1,000 charts every single day. That's my meditation, okay? Truly my meditation. This is how I take a little rest here. You know, celebrating life, looking at thousands of charts. Okay. Yeah, this was a high that created a massive sell-off. So that's super important. Okay, so that's a super key point for 1. Okay, I can see this already. This was the start of a strong sell-off to the downside right here. And we've never came down to push up here. So this is for the first time now where we actually are coming up to fill up that gap. Okay. Now at this particular moment, we can see that what we want to do is we want to react from that level, bearish, trade a lower low and lower high, and then sell off from there. All these coins looking like they're pumping, you know, are all coming towards these important strong highs for some reason. Everything is coming together here. Good, it's 2 a.m. UTC is 9 p.m. NEC. Okay, so maybe you should look at 2 a.m. New York. But I will have a look at it as well, my friend. Okay, wait for that lower low. And see from there. All right, TBBFX is XLM. Good to see you again, my friend. Let's look at the Chinese narrative. See what we have there. In the meantime, let me see if I'm still in my trade. I'm still in my trade. All right, perfect. Okay. Yeah, XLM right here. We tapped into it twice, once right here on the daily time frame. We got rejected, of course. That's no surprise. Now 4-hour massive sell-off right here. Yeah, this is where you want to come up to. This is where you're going to find the best setups. Okay, this level, I can tell you that already. If you manage to get there, it's not going to happen today for sure. It might not happen tomorrow. But if you're going to get there and the market at that time is looking slightly bearish, okay, based upon these metrics, the tether dominance, you name it, okay, then this is going to be an incredible trade setup, okay? This is the exact setup that we're looking for on X Infinity. This is the one that we're looking for aggressively. We're looking for a daily time frame rejection, okay? We're looking for a massive expansion, okay? We're then looking for a major amount of liquidity building to the upside. We're then looking for an expansion taking out that liquidity, okay? What's going to happen is people that are long here, they're going to put their stop losses below and they're going to go long and they're going to take profits at the highs, okay? So you know that many people that are entering that break are going to actually close down their positions there. That's going to happen. Many people are going to take profit right at that zone. At that same time, you fill up a gap, you come back to the high liquidity low, and you're back at the daily resistance. That's the perfect confirmation. This is a highest probability setup you can look for, okay? This is out of my books, an 80% win rate, scenario. If, and that's important, if Bitcoin, the tether dominance and the overall ecosystem, like we talked about here, the 4 pillars are aligning with your buys, okay? Massive opportunities, all right? You know that people are closing down their longs while you enter a short. It's fantastic. Okay. Ethereum apparently is doing very well. So let's check Ethereum real quick. I think it's important to mention that Ethereum was doing incredible. It's now at that crucial zone. Okay. Yeah, just wait and see what happens around the 23.55. We're not at 23.33. Wait for it to come to the 23.55. Okay, you will see what will happen here. I can tell you already. You might see a reaction here. Okay, we are looking strong. We are looking strong. Definitely cannot neglect it here. We have been bouncing off of previous resistance, turning it into weekly support. It's always a strong move. Okay, the next leg up is 2,500. But the short term, we might be holding here in the short term. You might find yourself taking a short-term trade here. But the weekly is giving you more of a bullish confirmation. So, you know, the trade setup here could be good. I would wait for confirmation. That's it. I would not enter aggressively based upon the weekly time frame, but I will definitely look for confirmation. If you see a higher high, lower low, lower high, you enter on the lower high, like we've seen many times before playing out from the setups from today. Okay, so that consolidation expansion trades, but now we could see rejection around the 23.55, but the weekly is looking very strong. That's actually a very nice setup to look at, guys. I think we should discuss this also in our Discord. If you're not in our Discord, join our Discord right here and get into our VIP section of crypto. It's practically free, okay? You don't have to pay us anything. You have to be an affiliate. You can find the instructions right here at this particular channel. Okay, we also have a bunch of signals. I also created a course, okay? I created a course right here for you that you can watch, okay? You know, I worked pretty hard on it. It's like a 3.5-hour course for free that you can use. And I explain literally what I mean with Tether dominance, Bitcoin dominance, and how you can apply this to understand the bias. Okay, before we move to what we're doing here on YouTube, which is looking at the setups. Okay, that's the key difference. So that's Ethereum there. I want to do, let's see how long I've been streaming already, 1 hour, 20 minutes. Yeah, let's do a couple more, guys. We need a couple more setups on the lower time frame. That says AVAX. We just done AVAX, my friend. On the 1 hour, we said that we wanted to see it coming up followed by a rejection, okay? That's where the best or the highest probability setup will occur. That's how I see it for now here, okay? You could say that you internally break structure, that you actually come up right now and that you can look for a long, but I would not do it. I think it's too risky. So, could be good. Could be good for later though. Definitely. Billy Joe says, we mix. Wow. That is not bad at all. That is actually not pretty bad. That's just constant accumulation. So consolidation, expansion, consolidation, expansion. We're not retesting anything. This is just a a constant reaction. Of course, this was perfect. Okay, where you turned this daily resistance into support, a daily level. You broke a daily level. You turned that daily level into daily support. And from there on, we went up roughly around 500%. Since September, when everything was still, half down here. Yeah, this is looking strong. There is no need to look for shorts. I don't like to short these type of things. There's no need for shorting. This is just waiting for price to pull back into that range and to look for continuation. That's all I can say for this one. That means price pulling back to the 2.79 and the 2.65 and then holding up in that range and then looking for further continuation to the upside. Okay. That's what I think is the best case scenario if you are a buyer or an investor or whatever the case may be. For a trader, yeah, you could also just break out and go up. This is not a clear structure. I think that the bigger opportunities are right here for simple further continuation to the upside. Red X. Hi, could you have a look at Joe or AVEX? We just looked at AVEX, my friend. We can look at Trader Joe for you. Okay, Red X, my friend. Welcome to the fam. All right. Red X. Oh, I type in Red X. Okay, no. Joe. There we go. So that's look strong. Let's go back to the non-perpetual one. Let's look at this one. There we go. It's a little bit clearer. That's what I need to know. Okay. Yeah, we're looking good. We're almost back at that previous. Yeah, we're back at the resistance right now. Previous resistance right here. You could see it. Is this body and this crummy closure right here on the 3 daily? I think it's much more clearer that this is that resistance level right here. You see right here, support, 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 turning it into resistance. Look at where you are right now. This is the first time you tap into that resistance. So this is a strong area of resistance, okay? You want to be careful with buying Joe right here at this level. Why? You don't want to buy at weekly resistance or below weekly resistance. That's absolutely no-go. So we wait for either a break and closure above. Then it's nice to look for further continuation. Or you simply go to the lower time frame and you start looking for the confirmations to look for shorts if you are let's say a day trader right here, okay? In this case, you manipulate the highs. You're now back at the weekly resistance here. Now you're already, of course, starting to look weaker. The question right now is, what is like the major structure you need to break for confirmation? I think you can take it easy with this one. I think you can wait for a break below the 69.45. Why? Because you have then the first bearish candle flip of the daily candle, and that could lead into continuation down to fill up that gap completely, which is roughly around 10% move to the downside. So if you are a trader, then that could be a really good opportunity And they have also a fantastic opportunity due to the fact that this is the low and this is the high. You then break the low, and if you then come up, then it's easy to look for short setups in this range, which is then going to be the point of control, the value area low, which is right around this zone. Already getting rejected here, by the way, but the point of control is where the magic is at. Okay, that's where the area where the most volume is traded. That's where you want to short from. So either two things. Let me show you right now. You have number one, this particular low. You either break this low and you look for further continuation, and you look for further continuation to the downside, because there's a very clear target to the downside here, back towards this bigger range, which could be a retest for further continuation, or you wait for price to pull to the point of control. Wait for a strong reaction, and if you get a strong reaction, like a strong good reaction, then you can look for a lower low internally, which is going to be like this, or looks like this. Okay, on a 5 minute. Higher high, higher low, lower low, lower high. That's your trade setup. Right here. Stop loss above the point of control. Okay? And then target the lows. Obviously the lows. Create like a nice double formation. And you're below weekly resistance. And you flip a candle bearish. A daily candle bearish. Looks nice, okay? You are already at some resistance right now, but it will be better to fill up that gap that you see above. I hope that answers your question, bro. Did we check BNB? What do you think of Doge at the moment? I've been in spot long for a while. Should have been taking profits last night, but wondered if it has more like up to 10 cents. Okay. Vicky, how are you doing? You're still trading Forex? You're more into crypto right now? What's the current status here? Good to see, though. We're going hard on crypto. There's so much money to be made. It's absolutely scary. There's no need to not spend time on crypto right now when the markets are like this, when there's volume. Because it's just plenty of opportunity. Incredible. Okay, this is the weekly, the daily low. So this was daily resistance. Daily resistance turning into support for Dogecoin right here. Now we have, of course, this is an important high. You see how immediately you get bought up and you come back down. This is what people do, right? They see the strong daily level. They see strong expansion. They see that liquidity is getting built. So they're placing limit orders all at around the same levels, which is the 0.0866. And then you get immediately bought up. Okay? So this is looking good. This is not looking weak whatsoever, in my opinion. Yes, you're maybe pushing down a little bit. But this is, in my opinion, not particularly looking that weak in January. I think the narrative of meme coins are looking strong regardless. Still for now. Taking profits is never a bad idea, Vicky, if you are in profit. But let's see where we're at currently on the low time frame here. Now, this is still looking good. This is the 3 hour. This was a strong expansion here. So you raised strong expansion to the upside. $15-minute. It might be coming down one more time towards the 92. And then you really want to see an expansion to the upside. Because if you start breaking this low, then you might be coming down all the way back to the 866 one more time. But this is going to be still strong daily support, regardless. So it's not going to be easy for it to break that particular level. Why? Because you have that strong daily support. It turns support into resistance, resistance to support. You also have this area of demand. Right here, you can see this rally, this base, this rally, pullback. So overall, you're still on an uptrend. You're still looking quite strong. If you can hold it and you can be patient, there's no need to rush it to sell. But yeah, We have some liquidity built up below. So it depends what your priorities are. But I hope this helped you a little bit with looking at the right levels. Overall, the daily, in my opinion, is the most important level. The boy says, did we check BNB? We did not check BNB. So let's do it, my friend. Let's check out BNB here. Yeah, BNB is waking up. BNB is finally waking up. We were waiting for this one for a while. Look at this level. Key weekly level. All right, absolute key. We never came below the 200. They will not allow it. Okay. After that, we started to consolidate. We expanded, right? So it's consolidation, expansion, retracement, continuation. Just gonna sign off arbitrage. Look at it in a second here. Now you are at this base right here. Okay. And the interesting arrows are up there. And you are at some resistance now, but it's nothing. Well, okay, it's pretty serious. Okay, no, it's pretty serious. So, yeah, high. AR below strong resistance at 275.7. No, definitely. Yeah, we are at the point of control here. We are getting rejected. Yeah, this is weekly resistance. This is a higher high, and this is a strong lower low, and this is a pullback into the point of control. You know what that means? You know what that means? Higher high, lower low. Boom, 618. You know what that means? Where's the liquidity at? Yeah. Okay, there we go. Okay. Yeah, this time, because we missed the point of control here. So this could be a trade right here at the lower time frame. Yeah, this could be a trade right here. Yeah, this could be a good trade in the very short term. So supply, point of control in the lower time frame. Obviously, then you want to see this getting taken out. So this is already coming down right here, guys. Look how powerful. One more time, okay? So number one, weekly resistance. We talked about this right here. To make it look easier, it's on the daily time frame. You can see it clearly. It's actually daily resistance. Sorry, it's a daily level. It's this low. This low is now facing resistance. So you turn support into resistance. You can see clearly how we were holding here and how we're now getting rejected here. You see the candle flipping bearish, the daily candle flipping bearish right now. Okay, so that's important to mesh. The daily candle is flipping bearish here. Now, if you take this to the 30-minute, you see a higher high and a lower low. That's the high, that's the low. This is a strong high. Now you see the point of control right in that range, working as a rejection point here. So this is a key level to look at right here. This is the 271.8. That was the level to short from. Okay. Then you can put your stop loss above the highs, let's say. Now we have kind of missed out on that trade. So now you're looking at the lower time for further continuation. And now the only way you can look at it is to wait for a pullback and to put your stop loss here and risk 50% less. So if you get stopped out, whatever, okay, you lose whatever, 0.5% or whatever you risk. If you risk 1% usually, you would then risk 0.5%. And then you just make, you lose 50% of what you normally would lose. But at the same time, your, risk to reward will be much higher. Okay, that's the positive side of it. So because of that, you can then go for the lows. And I think the first lows to look at are the lows right here. Okay, where this initial range came from, that expansion came from. That could be a breakdown aggressively back towards that level, which is in my opinion a reasonable reaction based upon a daily rejection. Okay, so you could think about shorting it from 270.8, stop loss above these highs right here. Okay, above the high, sorry, right here, and then just put your stop loss on break even the moment you reach this zone. Because if you bounce from here and you come up, you might be shooting up. So you want to make sure that you avoid that by putting your stop loss on break even. Does that make sense, fam? Let me know in the chat. This would have been, of course, the perfect entry. But again, this is the confirmation. And then you have to put your stop loss above it. Right? So that's also not really perfect. So it's actually a good thing that we can then just risk 50% less. And if you lose it, you lose it. But the probability is still on your side. Like from the higher to lower time frame. Significantly. Okay? So risk 50% of what you normally would risk, but your risk reward is higher. This is definitely going into the books. That's no doubt. Definitely. All right, Billy Joe's is EGLD. Okay. This is definitely one. Yeah, thank you for sharing that one. Okay, we're filling up our list here. Beautiful. Phantom, 2.7%. Axie, still coming down. Perfect. Woo. There we go. Woo is still coming down. Woo is still in Woo. Okay. This is gonna be a big one. Absolutely amazing. Kaspa, amazing. Incredible. B&B could be good. Could be good. Let's keep a close eye on it on the lower time frame. Let's check EGLD. Yeah, let's do 3 more and then we have it for today. I think we have enough. Once again, thank you for the support there. Okay, EGLD. Wow, what happened there? All right. Okay, weekly resistance is here. That's where we now are. You can see it, this low. Resistance, resistance, okay? Easiest thing in the world. Weekly levels. Now, we're gonna go to the highs. We're gonna go to the lows. Lower high. Lower low. Still a lower high. Still looking for lower lows? Question mark. Still weekly resistance? Yes. Okay. That's on the higher time frame. Let's look on the lower time frame. Okay. This is a nice one. %. Let's look at the high to low. Yeah. So one of the controls more interesting. You want to make sure that it aligns with the Fibonacci, right? If it's too low, I usually avoid the value area low. Why? Because I want to at least look at the 50%. It's like the minimum I want to trade from. Has been working better for me personally. All right, so yeah, this is a nice high. So yeah, this could mean a trade setup like this. Yeah, building more liquidity first. This is not enough liquidity to the downside. You know, cryptocurrencies are very liquidity driven, right? Especially because there is not much liquidity in the markets yet. So what it tends to do is it tends to constantly build that liquidity up. So that's what you want to see. You want it to constantly build up that liquidity. You then want to come up, come down, come up, and that's when you look for a short to enter a short right here. Anything under the $62, we look for further continuation back towards the lows. It's constant expansion, which is then roughly around, let's say from there, you know, a 5-6% move to the downside. Okay. Keep in mind that everything that I'm doing right now is purely based upon the Bitcoin dominance and the Tether dominance. If the Tether dominance is holding right here, fantastic. Okay. Like it is right now, it's shooting up. This is what you want to see. You want to make sure that the Tether dominance is holding up. Because if the Tether dominance comes up here and it holds above this overall bigger zone, then we might be seeing a personal expansion here, which is going to be a breakout, which is going to then drag the rest of the market down. If this comes down and it flips the lows and it comes below the 5.58%, then I'm going to be careful with shorting the market, because that means that people are selling Tether to buy crypto. Okay, so just always want to make sure that the 4 pillars are always in play. So all the setup that we talk about comes secondary. All right. But if it does, then this is definitely the case. You know, you can also look at setups that are looking bullish, setups that are looking bearish. You just make a list of 3 or 4 bullish pairs. You make a list of 3 or 4 bearish pairs. And then based upon the moment it reaches the point of interest, you confirm with the Tether dominance, with the Bitcoin dominance, your bias. Okay. That's why we've created that course to figure that out right here. You can watch the first video if you want to. But that's why you know, we've created it to explain how the ecosystem works, how the money flow works, okay? And how you can use it to determine how the money is moving in the whole ecosystem. Because you only have to track $2 trillion, you know? That's all you need to do. Easier than Forex, easier than all that hidden data in the rest of the market, okay? Yeah, XLM, do we have XLM in the list? I hope so, because we need to trade this one. No, we don't. All right. Okay, let's do 2 more. Adam says, check out the Phantom trade. Yeah, it's holding up. You want to really now push it through. You really want it to push through the lows here. Yeah, it came to the 10-minute zone. You really want to push through these lows, but this is looking weak. This might be flipping even before the 5-minute closure, before the hourly closure. So this is looking like we're gonna come down here. Okay, look at this overall head and shoulders pattern formation. That was the perfect entry the point of control indeed. If you flip it, continuation. Okay, we're gonna do this over and over and over and over again. So it's gonna be good. Gary token. Gary token. What is Gary token? Let me see what the coin market cap says about Gary token. A $10 million market cap. Very small. World's largest Web3 audio and video live streaming platform. That's not bad. That's interesting to look at. I don't know anything about it. But okay, let's look at the weekly chart. Now I'm going to go to the monthly chart for this one. Okay, monthly resistance 47119. Okay, we're below it, so that's not a good sign in the short term, at least. Okay, in the short term, I'm making some highs here. This is definitely one of them. This was definitely a strong low. This is definitely, if you can't ever come there, you buy as much as you can. As much as you can. If you believe in the project. You can see it's a small cap. Yeah, we're holding at the trend line. Very simple, very straightforward. We're just holding at the trend. We are at like monthly resistance here. If you closed, you know, the monthly candle above this high, so that is in like what, 7 days? 9 days. 9 days and 8 hours. If you close a monthly high above here, you are extremely strong. You might continue your journey. If you don't, then we might be still holding and ranging around these levels here. Okay, so yeah, at this particular moment, looking quite good. But there is not much I can really say here for a setup right now. Maybe the lows, because you have a strong expansion. Okay, if you close this one this strong, you haven't seen a candle like this before. If you close this candle in 1 hour this strong and we pull back eventually, this could be a new buy to look for further continuation to the upside. That's all I can say for now. Overall, crazy in the, you know, an interesting, you know, whatever project. Definitely gonna look into it. So thank you for sharing, my friend. Definitely gonna look into this this Gary token. All right, thank you very much. Nika says GMT. Let's make this the last one. Yeah, so we're gonna wait for this one to push back up. Yeah, rejection, of course, there. We knew that this is like the point of control or something. The value area low. No, the point of... Look at the point of control here. Okay, look at that level. On the daily chart. This range, expansion, the exact level where you get shorted from. Now that's the high, that's the low, lower high, lower low. Okay. Lower low, lower high, building liquidity. Now we have a breakout. People are going to take profits at the top. So yeah, I would definitely look on the lower time frame. Coming back in towards this range and just look for a short. And I would look for short at the value area low first and not the point of control, because you're already in premium territory. And, you know, this is where a lot of people will start taking profits after that gap is filled. And I think this is for you then the best opportunity to look for trading setups right here. And it aligns also very well with the 70.5, 79%. So this is one of my, I would not say my favorites, but it's definitely, you know, completing the bigger picture here. Okay. Strong daily resistance, beautiful expansion down, beautiful expansion up. Here's where people are going to take out their profits. I can assure you that this is still a massive expansion with a gap that has never been retested before. You're going to come into the value area low and the 70.5, 79%. You put your stop loss below or above the point of control, above the highs right here, you could better say. And you target, of course, the lows. Okay? Could be a 5-to-1 setup. Looking for, one more time, a breakdown followed by a further continuation to the downside. still until we're back at around, and I need to zoom out here a little bit more, back from this low to this high, back towards the 618 Fibonacci. All right, beautiful setup, my man, for GMT. This is definitely one that's on my radar. Keep a close eye on it, my friend. And that could be good. Okay, so we have a couple of them right now built up here. Axie Infinity, we're still in. Woo, we're still in. Cash is coming down. I missed out on this trade. I know people are in. Phantom is right now, below the point of control here. Near, waiting for it to break out, has never, or is not happening yet. Litecoin is currently getting rejected, okay? Which is interesting, but you want to break the 71.8. Pepe is coming down. All right, Pepe was coming down. Indeed, 4%. 4.5%. Almost 5%. That's good. ENJ Injective, we know what to look out for. Okay. Either coming back towards this range or coming up. Why? I think we're going to range for a while until further confirmation. Okay. Then we have Sand. Sand, same thing. We want to take out liquidity first, come to the highs to then sell off from there. Arbitrum is now looking weak. Okay, Arbitrum could be collapsing soon. Okay, very, very good setup. This could be a breakdown. Okay, Arbitrum could be the one. If you start breaking down here, that we could actually start pushing very, very aggressively if the tether dominance is in our favor. So far, so good. Okay, Arbitrum definitely top of our list here. With AVAX as well here on the 1 hour. Of course, this is going to take a little bit more time later in the weekend. But I think that based upon this, if we push up now consistently, that of course the high at 48 is going to be the major resistance. The 47.8, easy area to enter from. Short position right there. Stop loss right above it. Target this range. Could be resulting in at least a 5-to-1. Make sure that, of course, you are completely updated with the Tether dominance, the Bitcoin dominance, so you know exactly what the biases are right there. Okay, before you enter. Algo, same scenario, 1 hour. On the 30-minute, or not the 30-minute, the 15-minute, okay. Value area low of that range. Not my favorite. Wait for double confirmation on the lower time frame. Ethereum, looking good. Again, we talked about Ethereum here. The weekly is strong. But this is a clean setup. Overall, same thing. Wait for confirmation on the lower time frame. BNB, right now, looking very interesting. Okay, we're still waiting for price to push us back. This is a 0.5% risk trade, so a half risk. Why? Because this was the initial entry that you missed out on. This is that confirmation entry. Okay, now you have to put your stop loss tighter, and therefore risk less. Okay, XLM is the last one that we could look at. What did we talk about for XLM here? Need to be a little bit more patient, but again, this is a high probability setup. This is what we're looking for when we're seeing the markets. A massive pump to the 13.245 cents, stop loss above the highs, and then sell off. Obviously from there, very, very high probability. I like this one a lot. One of my favorites in combination with GMT. Okay, GMT, one of my favorites. So GMT, XLM, and there was one more. Both are all looking very, very good. GMT we just discussed here. I think that this could be a pullback, filling up that gap, and a complete sell off from there. Okay, guys. Woo! We're gonna head into the weekend with some setups. We're gonna do this regardless every single day here. Hopefully tomorrow I'm gonna be here. I'm just gonna observe the markets a little bit. If absolutely nothing is happening, obviously I'm gonna take a little break. If the market is moving, I'm gonna make sure that I'm live here with you right here, right now. Okay, if you're not in a crypto community yet, we have our free course and our signals given by Tim. Tim is gonna go hard also during the holiday season. So make sure you're gonna see a bunch of signals coming your way. If you wanna join, make sure you hit on the Discord link. You go to this section here, which is called Unlock Crypto VIP. Follow the instructions, deposit $100 on an exchange, and then trade with us. That's the only way we can provide you access, okay? We're growing very fast. Thank you very much for today's session. I truly appreciate it here, guys. Truly for the support. We're just getting started with this channel. So this is the the most enjoyable part, okay? The build-up part, the community part where we work together to just accomplish a similar goal. And that is getting better at crypto, getting more familiar with the charts while making money. That's my goal, that's my mission. We're gonna keep you updated for everything that's coming here. And you bet, we're gonna be back shortly. Thank you very much, guys. I'm gonna see you very, very soon. Enjoy your weekend and make some money. Peace out.